You getting to everybody else?
Everybody else is taking that. Okay, utility board meeting to order at 6:01 PM. Let's all stand, say pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In attendance is myself, Deborah Acton, town board president, Tommy Wilson, and board member, Jack Trevilian, our clerk treasurer, and Boyd Travis, our attorney. Are there any public comments about anything that's on either one of the agendas? No, currently? You're on one of them.
Right.
No, you're not. You're gonna be on there.
Okay.
Yep. Minutes, approval of minutes from the last meeting. Were you able to look at the minutes? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So we need to make it.
the
I'll make a
motion.
motion, sorry.
And I'll second. Any discussion?
Both minutes for the utility in town.
Yes. And any financials that you have?
You want to do all three at once?
Yeah, we might as well just sign them all.
Sewer's pink, water's blue,
Did you have a chance to look at
Town
it?
is white.
Make a motion to accept the sewer and town financials.
if you signed it, we don't really need a motion, but okay.
I didn't hear him say the word motion.
And then they had sent out the assessments. If you had a chance to look at them. And I can get back. I have two additions to the agendas in front of you. One of them is going to be a Hendrick to talk about sewer, and then the other one will be on the town agenda, and it'll be an addition of a flag fund to the town's budget. And I'll talk about that. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. First up is Kamar water updates. Jeremy and Ryan,
You ready?
ready?
What we got going on, we got some new valve purchases, we're gonna start getting things shut off like we're supposed to when we have water leaks. So all that's in, so we're gonna start getting them installed, so there will be times people won't have water while we're getting them installed, but trust me, it's really good. So, on my schooling, doing well, we're getting into the second semester now, so everything's going good there. On the generator, we want to label that again, so I can get some more quotes on them.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm.
I'm gonna start putting more of the Metron meters in. We'll start tomorrow. Here's the Metron rep. He's more welcome to show you how everything works, how you download it onto your phone or computer, you can see. He just pulled one up all ago, and we got a leak up there in town. So, pretty impressive.
Okay.
On the Greenville connection, we come to agreement on that. Greenville's gonna pay for everything, put it in, and it's just for emergency use on it, so. That's about all we got going on right now.
And we need one of the good meters here at the community center, Jack just said.
Our
Jack
water bill for the community center was $600 last month. We need to put one of the good meters in here
We can,
so that we can tracker.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's using so much. I mean,
right.
we was going from $120 a month to 600.
That's what, that's.
Something's happened.
Yeah,
I mean, they replaced the toilet bowl stuff.
correct, yeah,
The maintenance man came down and did that, but still, we want to make sure it isn't going elsewhere.
right, correct. We'll check into that tomorrow for sure.
All right, thanks.
But people can't do that, one on there can't do that, so
Okay.
they're on the porch, I'm pretty sure.
Ryan, do you have anything to say? You good?
Jeremy got everything.
Okay. And those who weren't here before, the Metron meter guy that's back there, it's a new meter that we're trying out that you'll have to be able to see your daily use on your phone. So if you have a running commode, water leak, anything like that, we're trialing those and another meter, make a decision at 6 months. But we're trying to move forward with something that is visible to the public. If you're paying for it, you're using it. We want you to be able to see your daily usage and know when you have a water leak, when you have a water leak.
We've got,
If anybody want to look at it, see how he's found the leak, you're more than welcome. I'd be glad.
After the meeting, he can walk you through it. SCADA system updates. There was an update, or there's gonna be an update to our SCADA system. Is it just, electronic? Or did they already do it? Uh-huh.
It's, they're wanting to do the C3 test, but they gotta have.
it's a SCADA, that new SCADA system that's gonna be in the office out front there, it needs to be replaced.
Okay,
So they have to, two of them have to get together.
okay,
The people who have the SCADA system and the people that does our IT.
okay.
We need to arrange something so they can
I'll call both of them tomorrow, get something lined up, get it
be
here.
great.
Yeah.
Because they're bugging me and I'm like, I'm not even in the office, you know, I can't.
Right, I had a first phone call.
Doesn't you're calling me. I'm like, no, I'm not there, you know?
Okay, and then HWC, nobody is here for them. Has anybody heard from that they weren't coming? No? Okay, I got an email saying they would be here, so I added, the 3 projects.
Talked to somebody unrelated from HWC at the lunch meeting today and told them I expected to see somebody here tonight, but
I'm not here. Well, there is somebody here that, I told you could come because I thought they would be here. What is your name?
It's Eric Martin, Premier Bear Associates.
Eric, since you're on here and you're part of the Collins Point subdivision,
I'm representing the developer.
okay. And you had sent multiple emails about, back and forth about the road project.
so-
Want to stand up and talk to us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, preliminary plan or drawing came before you guys about 3 months ago for a rezoning on. That has since gone to the Harrison County Planning Commission and was approved. We then went to the Board of Zoning Adjustments and got a small lot width reduction.
Come up here, so I can hear you.
Absolutely.
All right.
That way we can get you on the camera.
No worries. No worries. So as it went through, we went to the Board of Zoning Adjustments in Harrison County. Originally, we had the boundary, the lots were gonna be somewhere around 45 feet wide. Since we did the boundary, now they're up to 47, so we only had to ask for a 3-foot reduction in the lot width. The lot, setbacks, lot sizes, all that meet the zoning ordinance of the R3 zone. We filed the plat for a 5-lot subdivision with Harrison County. Coming before you guys is one of the checkpoint boxes for that. I guess you received the plan in the mail as a part of that checkpoint box. So we're-
Yeah, I think the only question about the whole project was that instead of them coming onto their properties off of the highway, they were gonna come on their properties from an alley that is 10 feet wide.
That is correct. So the plan was sent to the HWC folks. He gave, his first recommendation was to make that alley 18 feet wide within the confines of the property. If we weren't to agree to do that, then we could explore other options. The developer decided to do the 18 feet within the alley. Because right now it's only a 10-foot wide right-of-way easement in that area.
And with that being a 10-foot alley, it is both ways. Cars could not pass in that alley.
Yeah.
So my presumption after talking to, or what I'm coming up with, after talking to planning and zoning, is to make that a one-way
Okay.
and ask that you pave it all the way through.
Okay.
Because I think originally the email that was sent said that you would pay up to your property one way.
235 feet. The only concern with that,
But if you have somebody coming and somebody going, and there's nowhere to pass, if you make an entrance and an exit,
Mhm.
then traffic would move better,
it would,
and both ways would be blacktop.
we can definitely make it one way. I think the problem is outside of our property, there's only a 10-foot area now that runs behind
Right.
Wild Hauser and on the other side. So we don't have the right to go in there and widen that section.
Right, but even if, I know, and that's what I'm saying, cars can't pass, but if you make it 10 foot all the way through, then you could have through traffic.
Okay?
Even if we didn't put one way, you could still have through traffic. It would be common sense, if somebody's coming in this way, you're gonna go out that way.
Okay.
But if you only blacktop it one way, and then you leave it to the town to do the rest,
Yeah, that's a no-win for me.
huh?
That's a no-win for me.
Right, so we ask that you, or as a board, it would be nice if you, pave the whole street. I agree with what the, planning commission said about the 18 feet. So that way, if there's gonna be 5 houses, there could be 10 cars there, potentially.
Sure.
So that would help with the traffic. That would help, and once you blacktop the alley, it's our alley to take care of. So
So are we looking at paving a 10-foot section, then
from one side to the other side,
Don't even make it 18 foot, just 10 foot all the way through.
10 foot all the
One
way
way.
through,
that seems fair.
yeah, 10 feet all the way through, and then go ahead and leave what the planning and zoning just said was the additional feet. You know what I'm saying?
That was the 18 feet was a recommendation
From
from,
planning and zoning?
no, it's from your all's.
Okay.
They're,
I mean, my big thing is you need to know, if you're gonna have 10 cars, you have to have a way in, you have to have a way out, and you have to have a way for somebody to turn around if there's 2 cars coming.
fully agree.
Yeah.
That review did not come from the planning commission.
Okay, yeah, at the very first meeting.
And we can, the planning commission has deferred to you all, so if we agree upon this and it gets approved tonight, then the letter that would be issued to us, we can use it for July, I think it's, or something like that.
Yeah, they have a July meeting.
Planning commission.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we can agree definitely to pave the alley 10-foot wide from Hauser to, what is that?
I don't know.
Captain,
Catherine, okay,
So pave the alley 10-foot wide from Hauser to Catherine.
yes. And I mean, your homeowners are gonna, when they're looking at the homes, that's gonna make it better for them when they can look at it.
That's no problem.
Okay, okay.
10-foot wide with Hauser.
Where do you want this letter to go to that I'm writing?
You can submit it, you can send
You
it.
wanna send me an email?
Yeah.
Send me an email, say, hey, write me this letter, and I'll do it first thing in the morning. And then if you want me to include planning and zoning on it, I can.
I will, I'll just keep the same email thread and include your date on there, requesting a letter detailing this, and then you send that.
Sounds good. Are you all in agreement?
Yeah, I think just to be
Can
clear,
I
you
make
got,
a
you should probably
motion?
vote on that, yeah.
Can I make a motion what is this?
Yeah,
For the
Tommy, I think it'd be,
Point subdivision to pay from Catherine to Heiser, the 10-foot alley with the 18 feet. Is it 18 feet encroachment? Or what's the encroachment?
There's no, if we're not doing the 18-foot wide pavement in that section, we don't need that, we just pay the whole alley
Just pave the whole alley and then just have individual driveways?
off onto that 10-foot line.
Okay, that sounds
So Tom
Any
is,
motion, need a second.
Make a motion, you agree?
and I would suggest adding a motion authorizing Deborah to engage in any communications necessary with the developer and the county to effectuate that.
Do you make that motion?
Yes.
I'll second it. Motion made, motion second, motion carried. I'll get you a letter in the morning.
All right, thank you very much.
If you don't have by 10 o'clock, reach out to me. Well, I'm leaving town at noon, so
Okay.
if you don't get it tomorrow, it'll be next week.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Metro meters, Cameron?
Hi there, everyone. I was here back in April as well, so some of you may recognize me, some of you may not. But my name's Cameron, I'm with Metron, we're based out of Boulder, Colorado. I'm a rep for the state of Indiana and Southern Illinois. I've been working with Brian Hackwood for well over a year with Posey Township, and I know he's kind of helping you guys out with the town of Palmyra, as well as Jeremy. We had gotten some meters over to you guys back in February. They got on the ground, I want to say around March or April or so. And one out of the 10 that we have that are in the ground, I found one leak immediately. And what we do with our meters is we get daily reads on these, which is nice. So what I wanted to do is just do a little bit of math. So the leak that I found is 0.05 gallons, 0.05 gallons per minute. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? But 0.05 times 1440, because we have 1 minute data, so that's 1,440 data points that you get every day, is 72 times 30 days. That's 2,160 gallons that are gone just straight from a 0.05 leak that we caught. So with this is gonna give the town the option to call the person who has the leak and say, hey, there's a leak, it looks like it's from on this date at this time, because we have that minute data and we can actually pinpoint when that happened. And then tell the customer, hey, you gotta get that leak fixed, it's more than likely a toilet flush, a toilet that got flushed in your basement that you weren't supposed to touch, everyone knows that, and the flapper valve just got stuck. So we've been running this pilot right, like I said, right at about 2 months or so. It's gone pretty well, and I know that you guys have about 20 more that we want to get in the ground to collect a little bit more data to help you guys out, because I know water loss is a big deal. To your point earlier, sir, getting a meter on this building would be great,
Absolutely.
because what was that jump? It was 100 a month?
Went from 120 to 600
100, that's
in 1 month.
that's almost a 500% increase.
Had to have been a leak of some sort.
Right, and so with our meters, putting our meter on this building, we're gonna be able to tell the next morning if there's a leak on there or not. Whether it's a start-stop leak or if it's a continuous flow leak, we can help with that to really reduce the amount of water that you guys are using, because I know that that's a big deal for you guys with water loss, based on the last board meeting I was at here in April. So, I'm happy to stay back as soon as you guys are done with the meeting. I'd be happy to show you guys what the platform kind of looks like, because the consumer, you guys will have access to this if you guys want to look to see every day. And it will send you an alert or a text message if you guys sign up for that, and there's zero cost to you guys.
Thank you.
Any questions? Awesome, thank you guys.
And next is Eddie Hendrick.
Can we come up there?
You
Please.
can come close enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
tell us who you are.
Hello, my name is Nicole Hendrick Rexing. I am daughter of Eddie Hendrick and also co-owner of the property at Neil's Savage. We're here today to hopefully hear our plea to tap part of the sewer into down the road. Right. We are basically attached to Mr. Kiesler property, which you know is Kiesler Machine Incorporated, and we have reached out to him, and he said it was fine that we tap in. It's Mr. Schroeder. I've been talking to Mr. Schroeder, and he said we had two options, you know, redo the septic or tap in to Mr. Kiesler's station. He actually had recommended that as well. We had Mr. Cooper come out. He did testing, and he showed that it's just gonna run. It's gravity. There's no need for a pump or anything. So, I know we're out of city limits, but I mean, everybody's out of the city limits, so, I mean, we just appreciate if he would be able just to tap in to Mr. Kiesler's as he agreed, and we will take care of all the costs that it is to tap into that.
I guess this came up and I'm a little confused. I guess Keesler's built a pump station
Yes.
and you were allowed to hook to the septic. And then the town took over the pump station, right?
Right.
So it's actually the town's pump station. And the town does the maintenance, the work, and we report all the state and federal testing and everything, and pay for the pump and pay for the employees to take care of it. So I'm glad that he wants you to hook to it, but it's still the town's. And the people in town pay taxes for the sewer. Boys and Girls Club had to do an annexation in order to be able to hook the sewer. So, and the fire department and the roofs. I know that you were allowed to build it, hook onto it, and I found out today apparently there's somebody else hooked onto the sewer that has never paid any sewer fees. And they are outside of town, and apparently they hooked to his line. So there's people hooking to our sewer that we're unaware of, that's not paying fees, that don't live in town. And not paying taxes for the repair and for putting it in.
But we're willing to pay what we need.
I know,
I know there'll be a fee, I'm not saying we're trying to do it for free, I know that we will be getting a bill to help with that, even though.
Coy,
So, I mean, generally speaking, we would do this the way that Boys and Girls Club did, is we would annex the property into the town so that way it can join in and hook in, there's not an issue. Does this property that you're wanting to connect actually adjoin to a property that's already within town limits?
no,
No.
they are,
Okay.
what, are they a mile outside of town?
We're about a half a mile from Buffalo's Race.
Okay. So the other way it can be done is to file a formal petition requesting adjournment into the utility. Because then you're not adjoining, because the alternative is if you're gonna annex, you have to annex everything in between, kind of what the Boys and Girls Clubs did, and that can be a process. You gotta get all those owners to be willing to annex in as well. That can be very
Well, apparently
time-consuming.
one of them's already on and not
Yeah.
paying.
If one, yeah.
He didn't even, yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if one of them's on that's already paying, the issue would be that you're hooking into one that may or may not already be technically approved by us. If it's hooking into something that's approved already, we could do that, but if it's hooking into an unapproved tap,
But what about taxes? I mean, people in town are paying taxes for the maintenance on it.
basically, once that petition gets approved, they effectively waive any ability to have a remonstrance or a grievance against the tax at that point in time, and they've agreed that they will get that bill every year, and that they can be assessed all of the appropriate fees, the same as if they were in the town, even without technically being annexed in at that point. So there's a process for doing it. So like I said, it's a two-step process. You have to fully annex your property into the town, at which point you're subject to all town regulations, taxes, everything like that. Or you can petition just to be connected to the town's utility and only be subject to the town's utility-related taxes. But you have to be able to hook in through some connection that's a valid existing connection out there. So,
I mean, one place that's not gonna be a lot of use on our system, like whenever you were talking about big
And that's the thing.
Boys, Girls Club, you know,
It's a
that was a
mile
big
outside
customer.
of town. We've got the apartments coming, the Boys and Girls Club coming, and then it's,
But this is one single,
Yes.
Yeah.
but if we allow them,
One toilet.
there could be 30 in between,
it's a good point.
because it's a mile outside of town.
what I would say, let me
Research it.
do a little, let me chat with the IURC as well and see how other towns are handling requests like this as well. So like I said, that's generally, it's one of the two. The concern I have is hearing that, one, you're that far out, And it doesn't sound like we've got another existing customer who's already been granted basically
Well, there's a house right across the road that is also connected.
Mhm.
There's two houses on it. There's the business, Adamson's Nursery, and there's a house.
Okay.
So they're,
Linus's old house?
no, that's further down.
Oh,
Talking about Adamson's Nursery,
oh,
there's a house on there.
oh, yeah.
All that
And so-
further.
Okay.
And so was the nursery, was it given some kind of an approval by the town to do that?
That's what I'm saying,
No,
how
we
did they get approved?
I think Adamson's was approved, because I didn't even know they were on it.
Yeah.
Until,
Because it,
I
yeah,
think I talked to, I don't know who I talked
because it
to.
sounds like then
Oh,
you
I
could
see.
hook in through them technically.
I sent
basically.
Jason out there. We didn't know Adamson's was on it until Jason went out to look at the pump station. I guess you can look in the hole and see how many people's connected or whatever.
The short answer, I think the answer is going to be yes. It's just a question of doing it the right way and making sure we have a procedure in place. If anybody else like you needs to do this, that we've got a clear process for doing that for anybody who's outside town limits that doesn't want to fully annex into the town.
But then is that a slap in the face to the Boys and Girls Club, who was right on the sewer line, feed off of it?
But it's a major usage, not
Right.
a single usage.
Yeah.
So then what about the other 40
So-
people that?
Yeah, I mean, and then you guys are gonna have to think about what to do for some of these others that are connected that maybe never got permission to be connected. What do you want to do with them? That's a whole other separate issue of, do you want to actually send Brian and Jeremy out there to do something about that, or, you know,
We didn't even know Adamson.
yeah, that's
The
horrible.
Adamsons is paying, the other
I
person.
mean, they're kind of the closest to
Yeah.
him. I mean,
Right.
and we're right beside him.
I didn't even know he was connected, yeah.
Because that's the other, is if they're on and not paying, that's obviously not an ideal
And they're
situation.
not.
Because that is a slap in the face, to folks like you who are trying to do it right.
Trying to do it right.
Yeah.
And slap in the face to us that
And-
pay sewer every month.
Yeah.
And
So I mean, I think to the point you guys are making, I think the exceptions for the non-annexations would probably just be things like this, where it's, you know, small single-family houses, things like that, where it's not major developments, major projects. And my understanding is usually that's the way it goes, but I would want to check with IURC and maybe check with AIM and just say, hey, other towns, how are you guys doing this, just to make sure that we're consistent with kind of what the best practice on that is, and get you an answer at the next meeting or sooner. My guess is probably it's just going to be filing a formal petition, and then the town's going to have to figure out what the fees, you know, if there's any additional surcharge or something like that for being kind of out of the normal hookup.
so you're right behind Keith's, right?
We're beside him, right on him.
Down the road, north of Brown.
Okay.
I can throw a rock at his, like, I can literally throw a rock at his.
And it's all down, it's downhill all the way.
We're the next place east. I'm gonna get you
And
right.
then we need to reach out to him, because
So
we're
the sewer
95%.
design
We still have
runs
the-
straight through our property.
Yes, and that's going to be the other kicker too, is making sure that we're not. at
And
the
the
point-
apartments. and the-
Yeah, because we've got to save capacity enough to make sure we're not at the point where we're going to have to expand. So,
So I'll leave that to you to reach out to.
Yeah.
And we'll reach back out.
Okay,
I need I'm gonna let you write it down.
Yeah.
okay,
And then the number.
sure.
What is it?
Is anywhere?
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I think the short answer is it's not a no, it's just a how do we do it the right way? and
I
make sure-
appreciate it.
And make sure we make it fair to the next person who's going to ask as well.
Sure, I totally understand, and I appreciate you doing the extra effort.
That's what we keep around for.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, so I'll just wait to hear back from you then?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll reach
And
out.
worst case scenario will be at the next meeting, but hopefully before then.
okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Attorney comments?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So along those lines with water updates, was piggybacking off what Jeremy and Brian said about the Greenville update. Did have a chance to chat with Heather. She's supposed to be getting me a draft of the interlocal agreement that we'll need for that. So as soon as I've got that, I'll go back and forth on the language, and then I'll come to you guys with the resolution and interlocal to approve all of that. I mean, obviously, we've had a lot of discussions amongst you guys and amongst the superintendents, getting all of the details together. But all the principal terms that we discussed about, exactly like Jeremy was saying earlier, Greenville covering everything, being responsible, it's emergency use only. If our reserves get low, that we have the ability to cut them off until our reserves build back up. All that's been discussed, and Heather knows that has to be built in. So I'm just waiting for her to get that to me. Obviously, this will be on my checklist now. You have for the town board meeting here in just a minute, the resolution and sales agreement for the Kepley property, or for the, for the Kepley property over on Keeling Avenue. Boys and Girls Club is on the town board meeting, so I'll wait on that one. I think that's all I've got on comments.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn the utility board meeting at 6:32? You'll make that motion? Yes. And I'll second it. Utility board meeting is adjourned, and we'll call to order the town board meeting at 6:33. Any comments on anything on the agenda for the town board? Okay, there was an addition. We'll start with Josh Kepley property. You've got the real estate agreement, and then we need to vote on do we know what resolution number it is?
Well, I was gonna have to check with Jack on what resolution we're up to. Are we up to 8 this year?
8.
So the resolution that I prepared,
2026.
2026-TO-8.
226-KO-8. So this resolution, in substance, calls for the approval of the town purchasing the property for the price of $11,500. This would be a purchase of, again, this wouldn't just be an easement, it's purchase of the entirety of the property so that we can address the sinkhole issues over there. It does have language in it, and that language is reflected in the sales agreement as well, that the town may assign over the usage of the property to the municipal utility, i.e. the water company. So that language is all in there as well. It does have as the attachment currently the property record card. I tried to get in to pull the deed to get the actual legal description and the credit card processor for me to pull that. Decided to be really nice to me today. So I've got language in the resolution that authorizes me to go in and clean that up in the agreement. It also includes language, Debbie, for you to be able to execute the documents on behalf of the board. And once this is approved by us, then I can present the final version as signed by you to Mr. Kepley for his signature, and I've already communicated with him to let him know this will be coming once it is approved.
All right, you have a motion to accept resolution 2026-TO-8 for the purchase of the Kepley property for $11,500 and the real estate purchase agreement. And for him to be able to go to the attorney and sign the paperwork. How's he gonna get paid?
Check.
Okay.
Yes, and it's got language in there authorizing Jack to pay by any appropriate method.
Okay.
Yeah, by check, wire transfer, or any other appropriate method.
I'll second. Any discussion? Motion made, motion second, motion carried. I'll give that back to you all.
So Jack, the resolution's for you.
And then, Boys and Girls Club, annexation, hearing, June 23rd at 6 PM. Is that agreeable? Okay, back here.
I emailed back yesterday about that, or was it yesterday?
Okay. I got 86 emails in 2 days. So yeah, I'm working my way through.
Jack got it too, I think.
Okay. So,
So you all will get over those out. Is that enough time since today's the 4th?
you should be able to get it by Friday.
It won't be in by Friday because it won't, they only run on Wednesday. So it won't get in the paper till next Wednesday.
Because it has to be, published at least, let me pull my email.
20 days.
Yeah, it has to be published for at least 20 days.
And that's not even gonna be close because it's already past 20 days.
Okay.
But I had it, re-delivered to us yesterday when I forwarded that to.
Oh, well, then that, but still, it's not
So,
gonna be.
so our 30-day clock, so basically to qualify for the expedited public hearing on this, it doesn't require us to drag this out significantly longer. We have to have the hearing within 30 days of the day it was delivered to us. So Marianne was kind enough to effectively re-deliver it to us yesterday to restart the timeline on that.
June
So-
3rd.
So we need to have it, when's it gonna be published? When's the soonest we can have it published in the newspaper?
If we got it in tomorrow, it would be Wednesday,
If we publish in the newspaper on Wednesday?
correct?
Okay. So it's out here, just,
That would be like,
so that'd be Wednesday, the 10th,
10th, yeah,
has to be published, so we could do,
30th or later,
It'd have to be what,
yeah, June 30th.
past the 30th,
anytime after the
after
thirtieth,
the 30th,
so that we
within-
can do it
at the next meeting,
at July 7th meeting.
July 2nd
We're
meeting.
gonna change it.
Today is my birthday, so.
What's the earliest we can do it for?
June 30th is the
We
earliest.
sure would like to be here for it.
Yeah, June 30th is the June 30th is the earliest we can do it.
What day of the week is it on?
That's a Tuesday.
Let me see here.
Can you all do it on June 30th?
I gotta see if I work. I can't take off at the hospital.
I know.
What are you looking for?
The calendar. My phone's dead. So I gotta know. Today is,
Or July 1, or July 2. I know I set my summer schedule around your meetings. Because I had July
What did you say
2nd.
the city's
meeting,
would be?
August 2nd.
June 30th at the very bottom down there. It's the Tuesday at the bottom.
yeah, I work.
And the first,
I'm fine. The
it
first,
can be a special meeting if that's okay.
Because, yeah, we can call a special meeting.
I'll be out
for
of
this.
town when I'm going to Texas.
You're making things difficult.
We can do it on a Saturday, right?
Yes, we can call this on a non-business day, yeah.
What Saturday are you talking about?
So it's just,
What about the 27th? Or did you say it had to be after
the 30th is the earth, because it has to be published
30th
within
is the
20
next,
days.
yeah.
So, but we can't do it on the 7th?
What was yesterday? 7th would put us outside the 30 days is the issue. Getting it in this expedited window is the problem.
So it's gotta be between what dates?
Give me back that calendar. So that I can make sure I give you the correct dates. It's gotta be between June 30th and July 3rd. So it's gotta be that week.
So it's only.
Yeah.
It's only 4 days?
Well, if we can't have it in the newspaper until the 10th, then yes.
The 30th?
Because the issue is, like I said, it's gotta be in the newspaper for at least 20 days before the public hearing. And then,
So what day is the 30th on?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Make that happen on.
and then, yeah, and then
It's
it's
the
got,
Tuesday of 4th of July week, right?
correct, yeah, the Tuesday before.
But you don't have to be here as long as the other two are here.
Yeah, getting the other two here is the
Sammy,
kicker.
Sammy hadn't been here
Yeah,
for
you've been here for me.
Yeah.
According to the email she sent today, she was gonna try to make these next two, so.
Well, she was gonna make this one. So, we can make it to 8
Thank
o'clock.
you all for trying
Yes.
to work around this. We really want to be here for it.
I mean,
June 30th of work.
as long as you don't care what time you come up here. Because I can get off work at
What time do you work on?
7, I can be here by 8:30. It should be a short meeting.
I would expect it to be a pretty short public hearing. in the meeting.
Yeah, I mean, or if it needs to be, do you guys do special meetings during?
So, the
Yeah.
30th, the 1st. So we'll find out.
31st is Sunday.
So let's shoot for let's do the 30th.
June 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
And let's do 8 PM.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Is it gonna be, here?
It'll be here, yeah. Everything's here. So let me put that on here, because I'll,
Hey, Jack, when you get the public notice ready, would you mind sending it to me too? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thanks, Greg.
we're gonna do 8 PM. Public hearing. Raising breast.
And could that also go to, you guys post it, you put it in the paper, to neighbors, or are there other people that have to get a neighbor or nothing?
Nope, once it's in by doing it on this expedited schedule, we don't have to send all those notices to everybody else. That's why I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible this way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good call.
And then once we've done that, we can then 14 days later have the actual hearing to vote on adopting the final ordinance and be done with this.
Would we want to set that date now? Or do you need to wait?
We can set it now, or we can set it the night of the 30th, seeing what everybody's schedules looks like.
We can do that, that sounds good.
We don't call this now, because it's an emergency.
So,
Thank you.
because if we hold the public hearing on the 30th, we can take the vote to adopt the ordinance as early as July 14th.
We'll do that, whatever.
So,
Okay, so the 30th is fine,
okay,
at 8 p.m.
yeah, for the public hearing.
Yep, public hearing for the Boys and Girls Club annexation.
Thank you all, appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for being patient. Then we have HWC, which is in here. Update on the silent auction. All the guys are getting pictures of everything that we're gonna put in the auction, silent auction for the town. I'm gonna be posting on Palmyra Facebook page and on the town website. There's gonna be a sealed box with a lock on it at the town hall. To bring your bids in, put right down what you're bidding on, put it in a sealed envelope, and drop it in that box, and we are gonna open it at a meeting. I'm not sure whether it'll be July or August. And we'll put the dates on there, what the auction runs through. It'll be at least a couple of weeks. There's a couple of trucks, manure spreader, Crown Vic, and everything okay?
Yeah, even once we get to the sewer. plant, we're done here.
Okay, all righty.
Equipment.
Okay. But there'll be pictures of everything that's for the auction. The other thing was a meeting change to July 7th because I'm gonna be out of town. Does that work for you all
It was me, it's on my birthday.
from the 2nd to the 7th? Is that, anybody available? Boy,
For which day?
July 7th.
That is my vacation week.
She's going the week before, you're going the weekend. Well, we don't have to have it on here. I mean,
But I'm not a voting member, so you guys can meet without me.
are you okay with July 7th?
And we've got our executive session scheduled
Or
the week for the
30th?
30th. And so even if we don't have executive session, you and I can at least get together to let me know anything you need.
Is it the 30th? No, it's not the 30th.
No, not the 30th, it is.
23rd?
23rd, yes, executive session on
At
23rd.
2 o'clock.
So we'll have had a couple of weeks for anything you need.
Okay. Okay, so July's meeting will be changed to 7 PM, or July 7th to 6 PM
6 p.m., yeah.
here at the community center.
Yeah, with the expectation that we're gonna add a special meeting as well to finish dealing with the Boys and Girls Club sometime the 14th or later.
Yes. And then, there will be a public hearing for our Oprah grant on that July 7th.
Same time.
So,
Make sure we talk about that at executive as well.
yes.
I think we talked about it a couple of months ago, but I just want to make sure there's nothing else you need from me on that.
Good news on some of or possibly good news. Our streets are getting rough from all the snow and from some of the water leaks and from all the scraping throughout the winter and from some of the cable that was put in. So I asked for bids on Church Street East and West, the approach to State Road 135, Avery Street at State Road 135, 665 Heiser Street, Todd Street North 150. Proposal includes tack coat between existing and proposed asphalt pavement. Proposal includes keyways at the locations as required. Proposal excludes permits. An attempt to maintain positive drainage will be made as part of the contract. And that's on that one. That is one of them. The other one is to come in and mill Church Street on both sides. At 135 down, 1.5 inches, clean up all millings and haul off. Dig out gravel areas on State Street, Avery, 135 intersection and Houser Street, 3 inches in depth. We will dig out area on Huff Street, 4 inches in depth. They both include Huff. They both include Church. They both include Church. I don't see State Street on this one. Yeah, yeah, it's State and Avery, okay. And there's, let's see, Hazard. Yeah, there they are, okay. We got 2 separate bids. We reached out, Jeremy, we reached out for bids on both of these and only 2 people replied, right?
Yeah, that's what I get,
Okay, we have a bid, one bid is $12,600, and the other, are we sure this is right?
this is I questioned it, I told
Is $4,650. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
That is a huge difference.
Something don't do it.
And you called and,
But we do a lot of business with them.
yeah, we do.
I mean, a lot of business with them.
them, all down there.
We've given them a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is an $8,000 difference in the bid. The work needs to be done. Did they say when they could do it?
He acted like he'd get on it,
Okay, not 6 months from now?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Tempo, is that what he's saying?
Well, you want to see both bids?
I'll say that once, so I'm just curious with me. I think whatever's the easiest, well, cheapest.
It's kind of no brainer.
So would you like to make a motion to accept the lowest bid, which is
Tempo.
for $4,650 for all the work that I just read?
Yes.
And I'll second that motion. Any discussion? Motion made, motion carried. Back and we can do that. Here's the second bid, so you have them both?
Yeah.
So if you'll notify them, Jeremy, please, and thank you.
Did you sign this?
Yes, I did. He's got to sign it. Okay.
I got to sign it too.
All right. Next is, something that I think is great. Some, ladies in our community got together and came to me and wanted to make sure that we got flags up for, 4th of July for the 250 and celebrate our town. She actually, some of the ladies went around to some of the businesses and asked for donations. We've had 3 of our businesses in town give donations for the flags. The estimated total for the flags and is a little over $5,000. We have a fourth of it that's been donated so far. So we need to make a fund, a flag fund, right?
Yes.
For those donations.
Kind of run out of time here.
I know. Well, I've reached out to the fire department to see if they would be willing to help our maintenance department put the flags up since they have the equipment. Josh Norman was gonna get with the fireman board or whatever and see if they would be willing to help us put those flags up. We want to put 25 in each direction. The flags should be in next week. We already have the things that go on the pole, the metal things that go on the pole and screws. We're just waiting on the flags. So hopefully the fire department will get back with us. If they are not willing to do it, we're reaching out to some of the tree companies to see if they would help and see what the cost would be from them. I did reach out to the company that did the lights on this building to see what they would charge us to go out if we supplied the flags. And their cost just to put up the 100 flags was $5,800. So it's gonna, if our guys get pulled away from mowing and weed eating, and we have, and sewer and water to help put up flags, I'm hoping the fire department will help us out to do that, or, you know. Hopefully,
Anybody with the VA or the.
well, I don't know, maybe we're gonna reach out to some of the tree companies and see what they would charge. Anybody have any suggestions of anybody else? I know Salem just put all their flags up. Harrison County's getting ready, or Portland's getting ready to put their flags up.
Maybe some of the places like the Boy Scout Church or something like that.
I don't know if I want Boy Scouts on ladders. I thought
You got the
that.
Sport Scouts, you got the Sport Scouts, like 16. you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
some of
yeah.
them places like that have older teenagers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can reach out, and we'll see what the fire department says first, and then we'll reach out. Huh?
Parks Department,
See if the Parks Department has any
County Parks Department.
volunteers or.
Well, the guys working up there.
So I know the parks department, a lot of their employees are teenagers and then just now start helping the parks in Memorial Day. So I don't know what they're
If they're-
extra hours.
If they got the extra manpower, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I know some counties, their highway department guys will help with that too.
And so, yeah,
Who's doing them in Portland? Jason.
probably the town employees, they have a lot of town employees, we have 3.
Yeah.
So,
And
but I think
The
it's
girls
great,
out front doing it. I can imagine Rachel up on ladder.
No, that was Jack's suggestion.
so I'm hoping, I think it's great that the people in Calmar got together and reached out and thought that we should celebrate our town in this manner. Yes,
I
ma'am?
don't know if this is a stupid idea, but do other towns have the equipment to do it, like the town of Portland? Would they give you a better price than, I don't know if they have it.
It's not the worst idea.
Because they have a lot of those flags that change, I don't know, but it might hurt to reach out to the town of Portland, they, I don't know, if they have other towns that will do that.
I don't know. It's a good idea.
I bet Lanesville.
All I can do is,
I don't know, it was just a thought, because they
Well, maybe
change
even
those
if we try
flags.
to do all in the city,
Yeah.
you want to
I just don't want to discipline these little ladies that got together and,
Oh, no.
and I want our town to be celebrated too. And the flags are an excellent idea because then we can use them at Christmas to hang wreaths. So, and for other celebrations. So, once we get them up there, we can reuse them. It's just getting them up there.
So putting maybe up.
And we can reuse the flags.
Every Fourth
that
of
we
July,
use.
we can put them up.
Yeah, Memorial Day
Yeah.
and Labor Day. Once we get the hardware up there. But I wanted to, so see if you would make a motion to make a fund. Is that what we're calling it? A fund for, the flags for the town. And put in it what the donations that we have so far, which is $1,125 from, 3 of the local businesses. I want to thank them for donating, and the little ladies for coming up with it here in town and want to celebrate our community, and being proud of living here in Tamar here. Let's see,
Tommy, make that motion.
Yes, motion.
and I'll second it. Any discussion? Okay, we'll move forward with that. That's it. Okay, town marshal,
Now you guys have policies before,
yes.
that's been a long time coming. The Montague company, our contract started in January, or June 1st, so we're making plans to come and install everything. Get that running now, we have a new volume, new needs some more badges. The other thing I would say is population is growing, we've got a lot of new things coming in. So it might be time to start looking at hiring on additional deputy marshals. So that I'm already have at least 7-day week coverage.
I gotta go to the county about that fund. What was that fund I need to, down there about the $20,000?
Or what?
It's not a 911, it's for the town. You told me to go down to the commissioners and request that $20,000 we should get from the county. You remember what it was? I'll ask them. You ought to know about that.
Public safety tax.
What is it, the safety tax?
Public
One of the ones under the public safety tax.
Mhm, okay. Public safety tax. Okay. Well, I gotta go there anyway over the Oak grant, so I'll bring that. See what I can pull up.
That's what it
Anything else? Anything going on in town?
is. Still working on that case, that state looking into that. The tower's waiting on one cell phone company, who still hasn't, given us the information we need. So we start comparing it and sorting out the rest of it.
I think you got some stuff on your door. So hopefully it's in there. You got some stuff in the state police in your door, so hopefully it'll be in there.
Those are on the extra terms. Background checks and stuff.
Anything on the keypad for the,
Oh, that is he calling about the keypad out of the sewer?
Yeah, he's waiting on me to pick up the remote, so it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
So, thank goodness, our sewer plant was robbed.
Yeah.
We did that, and now. we
Yeah, I
have-
assume Josh has been,
Yeah,
having a
now we
lot
have
to
the
deal with
6-foot fence, we have the barbed wire, and now we already had security cameras, so we caught some people on the security camera. And now we have where they can't get in unless they have code. So it's actually gonna be secure, which is required.
fantastic, yeah.
So it's been a couple of years coming. Attorney?
Only thing I'll add on the town board agenda side of things, it came up a couple meetings ago about Mainstream and the frustration with them. I just wanted to float the possibility, we've done this in some other communities, of trying to actually get them to come to a town board meeting to let the town at least address some of their grievances. I didn't know if that was something that would be.
If you can get them to come, I put them on 2 different agendas and they did not show up.
Okay, I will see if there's anything I can do, because they have come to some other neighborhoods before. I'll see if there's anything I can do and some of the connections I have to other communities where they've worked. I did just want to confirm again, I know people are frustrated with it. I reached out to IURC again, just to confirm basically the limitations of what we can do, and that nothing has changed in that regard. Basically, we're allowed to require advance notice of where they're going to be, conduct a review of their proposed installation purely from a public safety standpoint. We're allowed to require them to make reasonable efforts to restore the right-of-way easements that they're accessing as best as they can to pre-access condition. Obviously, we all know that's never going to be ideal. It's always going to be dirt and grass and hayseed on top of it, and we hope that the grass grows back. But that's pretty much about the extent of what we can do. We cannot actually block it. And they can pretty easily go to IURC and get an order voiding any efforts that we have to stop that. They can routinely ask for attorney's fees in doing that as well, which gets really expensive really fast. So nothing substantive has changed on that. The most recent IURC orders on that are pretty much continuously upholding that these fiber companies are going to be treated the same as any other public utility for purposes of accessing those right of ways. So.
I know Jack had sent him some bills, so we'll see if they
Yeah,
pay.
I haven't got any money from them. Spitting in the wind, I mean, I don't get it.
So one thing I would suggest we look into, I'll have to check through our ordinances, if we don't have a good tight ordinance, or anything about that, about easement restoration, that maybe we pass ourselves an easement restoration ordinance.
But the issue is they're not installed in town. It's like the road on Bradford Road. It's not in town, and that's where they hit our last lines 3 times.
Well, and we
So
can,
we can't really pass an ordinance on that, because they're not in town.
yeah, where they're hitting in county, we're gonna have to push the commissioners, to do more about that, obviously, because that's gonna be within the commissioner's jurisdiction to do something about that, but it's the same legal principle for the commissioners as it would be for us, no municipality. All of that stuff's regulated through the State Utility Regulatory Commission. And so it's up to IURC to ultimately decide whether or not to pull their certificate that allows them to have territorial access or not. So if enough municipalities raise a stink, IURC may decide to put a limit, but IURC is basically the exclusive decider of all of those issues. So, but the commissioners could also, again, same thing, they could put, before you're allowed to access, we get to go out there, we get to do sites, we get to get walkthroughs by you, we get to slow you down a little bit, we get to put an ordinance in place about restoration, we get to put an ordinance in place that says if you hit anything that affects a municipality, that you have to pay all the damages related to it. And those typically will get upheld by IURC.
Okay.
So it won't stop them, but it'll at least usually get them to try to be a little bit slower or be a little bit more careful with what they do.
Okay. Any other comments?
That's all I got.
Zach, you got anything?
No.
You good? All right, make a motion to adjourn this meeting. I'll second it. Meeting adjourned. Anybody wants to go back there and look at the new meters and how people fill them up?